So it may be difficult to detach security from politics, but playing politics with security is a danger. So today, the president is sending out a strong message to those politicizing security issues. He said his administration will not condone any attempt to politicize security issues.
The country has suffered enough of hostility. Government is therefore appealing to all to embrace peace for the overall development of our people and the country. May I also warn against those elements who have chosen to make political fortune of our citizens' misfortune. Government will not tolerate any attempt by any person or group to trivialize or politicize security issues for politically motivated ends. Accordingly, security agencies will not hesitate to decisively deal with such unscrupulous characters.
But then let's get the conversation restarted. One of our guests tonight, who is also a member of the opposition party, is unable to make it due to logistics issue in Lagos. But then we have the other member of the panel tonight, Mr. Abakaka, a member of the Borno Yoruba People's Council and a member of the Bring Back Our Girls movement. Thank you so much for your time on the program and the thoughts you're sharing on this security situation in the country. Politicizing the issues of security, it seems to be a big concern for the government. How do you think things have deteriorated this badly ever since, well, this issue of insurgency, even recently, and if you see what happens on social media, in fact, is worse than that platform?
Actually, it's very unfortunate that some politicians are playing politics with the issue of security. And it's very unfortunate also that the opposition PDP issued a statement after these girls were released, that it was, you know, they were even questioning the motive behind the release and things like that. That is really unfortunate and very irresponsible. It seems like the PDP has not learned a lesson since they were defeated in 2015. The other day, I was even reading a newspaper clip of a former minister of Niger Delta, Orubebe, even calling PDP a party of shame. As somebody who actively tried to sabotage and derail this democracy, is even calling them that. So that aspect is
those are strong comments about that man. He's not represented. His thoughts are not represented here. So it would be unfair to call him, describe him in such manner that you have done tonight. I just want us to go, stay on the issue and perhaps look at the issues or the fact that the way the federal government has handled this matter, if you look at how the APC itself handled this matter in 2015 or before then, and perhaps the way other opposition parties like the PDP have handled it going forward, what do you think the politicians should be thinking about, especially the warning coming from the president?
Well, all politicians, PDP and APC and others, should take this warning very seriously, because you know, the president means what he's saying. There's no reason why any politician should be playing politics with issues of security and lives of small children, school children for that matter. So what I'm saying is that politicians should now go back to the active politics of ideas, politics of ideology, politics of development, and forget about this politics of greed, you know, and politics of, you know, selfishness. Is why we are in this position, because we have a lot of problems in this country. This massive youth unemployment that we have is another time bomb. So unless the politicians come together, you know, and find concrete solutions to these our problems, you know, we have a lot of problems ahead. But the warning is timely, and the warning should be heeded.
You heard Mrs. Wakili there in an exclusive interview with Channels Television on what transpired behind the scene and the effort she made. And also the DG DSS has been speaking about what the release of the girls entails in terms of logistics of it. So if you look at some of the pictures that came online and how members of the community in Dapchi received these girls or waving at Boko Haram members. What came to your mind in that scenario, especially the cynicism or the skepticism a lot of people are sharing on this matter of the release of these girls?
Yes, Barrister Aisha Wakil, or they call her Mama Boko Haram, apparently must have been in touch with them, because from the way things happened, they assured her that you know, these girls will be released unharmed, and will be released shortly. They will not waste time as much as the Chibok girls issue took place. So that in itself is something that is actually commendable. But we should not forget the issues of the Chibok girls. This has been going on for quite a long time, 4 years, almost getting to 4 years now. And so we'll continue to put pressure on the government to equally release the remaining Chibok girls, release back to their parents. Therefore, you know, this is a continuous issue. We are really not happy that the Chibok girls were still left behind after 4 years. Okay. Even though the nature of the negotiations are different.
Just as we close the program now, just in about 30 or 40 seconds, I'd like you to tell Nigerians the way and manner these issues have been handled, especially when it comes to a negotiation for these girls. The federal government had come to say, look, we did not swap any prisoner or we did not give any ransom for these girls. Is that believable, or do you think there are other means by which these girls could have been released?
Well, I believe the government, because in the Chibok girls' experience, they told us that swap took place. They told us they paid ransom. So we believed them then. And now it seems like they said, you know, ransom was not paid. And therefore, I also believe them. And most Nigerians also believe them, because there's no reason for you to doubt the sincerity of this government. Exactly. But I'm urging the president to actually take a tour of these devastated areas, especially the axis of this Bamangala, Kalabalge areas and Goza, to see things for himself. And, you know, Ran is in that Kalabalge local government area, where, you know, the Nigerian Air Force mistakenly bombed our people at one time. And about a couple of weeks ago, also some international NGOs were attacked by the Boko Haram. So we were urging the president to actually take a physical visit, you know, to assess things for himself.
Okay. Mr. Abba Kaka, member of Borno Yobe People's Forum and also a member of the Bring Back Girls movement. Many thanks for your thought tonight. Unfortunately, other members of the panel tonight are unable to make it on the program. But that's our show for tonight, everyone. Many thanks for being part of it. I'm Sean Wakimale. Till I see you again on Sunday, 8 p.m. Bye-bye.